Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another topic. All right, so today was in my thought to think about was in my thought thinking about procrastination. I was having a conversation with someone about procrastination, and it was a young teenager I was having a conversation with. Um, I saw her and I said to myself, she said, good afternoon. And I said, good afternoon. At least one pitney out there, or one child out there who have manners, still have manners. That was the second child that said good afternoon to me. But this one, no, she said good afternoon. I said, good afternoon. You have manners, man. And then after I said that to her, funny enough, I started talking to her. I said, enough pitney nowadays have no manners. But you have manners, you know, and you're you said good afternoon because a lot of them not manners, you know that. Or what about people nowadays not manners. So when I see a few of them, I have to congratulate them and make them know so that's good. However, now this child, I was speaking to her and motivating her and telling her hold up her head high and continue finish her school. She's gonna graduate this July, graduation time. June or July, yeah. And I was motivating her to just keep focus, love herself, put herself first. Nobody is first, but she can't put anybody before her. She come first. I was talking to her, enlightening her and encouraging her that to hold her head up high and to think and be positive regarding herself. And she was telling me about her dad not being there for her. I turned to her and I said to her, look here, man, your dad not being there for you, still love your daddy. Still love your daddy. Don't hate your daddy, love him. He will come around one day. Funny enough, she's a Christian as well too. You know. And I tell her, don't have no hatred or nothing, no grudge, nothing for him in your heart. Just be, let your heart be free. Because you have to be with your own self. And it's not good to have up anyone in your heart. Because when you have up people in your heart and they say, I pray to God, I can't God, I pray to. Anyway, so I was there encouraging her, motivating her, telling her to put herself first. She should go to college if she have to go to college. Do what she has to do and don't do anything or take a profession which is not hers. Okay, some of the students they do the profession because of their parents. No, put you first. Do you want to become a doctor? Is that what you love? That's what you like. We can't be choosing for our children. We can encourage them in whatever they chooses, but we cannot be thinking and choosing for them because they are the one who's going to deal with that profession for the rest of their life. And said, you know, and she listening to me and and I was saying to her, don't give up hope against your father, and you know, and she was saying the next topic she bring up was, some of us parents is a teenager. Let me tell you something with teenager. Teenager have a thing their hormone. And when you reach a age which is teenager, it act up on them. So they act moody and all different kind of ways. All different kind of ways. You as the parents and as the individual, as the guardian, supposed to take that into consideration and remember when you was a teenager, isn't the same way you acted? Some of us have to really give our teenager daughter and son a break. Don't come down too hard on them. It's their hormone. After they come out of teenager years, you have to see them act differently. But allow them to go through the process. Because all of us went through it. And we have to learn to encourage them and motivate them through it. And to understand and know. But I say, so you think you spend no money in here, you not spend no money in here, and you spend no money in here. You can't be talking to them like that. I mean, if they're out of line, yes. But otherwise, from that, when they act up in certain ways, they don't feel like be bothered or certain little things. Once it's not something that you're asking them to do and they disrespectfully disrespect you, that is different. You understand? Because I'm not saying coming on here and telling children to disrespect their parents. No, don't do that. But parents and guardians should understand that teenager, they have a mood that they have a teenager hormone swing that they go through, and it is good for one parents, two parents, guardians, anyone that can encourage them going through that, because they can be going to boyfriend issue as well too, although they're not ready for that. But sometimes the company that them keep and all that think that they're ready for it, you know. But we as the parents and the guardians that are there need to encourage them and motivate them, you know, and say, I understand, all right, you're not in the mood to talk and whatever, I understand that, all right. So I'll talk to you later. If you live with them, you say, all right, then I'll come back. Hope you feel better when I come back, or, you know. They have choices too, you know. They do have choices. Not because we're the one who's taking care of them and spending money, but it's good when we allow them to can voice their own opinion. Don't shut them down. Don't close them in. So anything tragedy happen to them, we're the one to be blamed. Some of us parents, too, we're not knowledgeable of things. I never said educated. I said knowledgeable of things. We don't know that teenager go through a hormone thing. Adolescent, turbo two, they all go through the stages. So we as parents and guardians have to understand that and to know when it's time to encourage them than to curse them. Cursing them is cursing them to send them out in the road to look love somewhere else. And in spite of all that, when they go out there and look love in somewhere else, they can get hurt and abused physically, mentally, emotionally. Every year of their life, they can get abused. So we have to learn to listen to our children. And they do have a voice, you know. They do have a voice and need to be heard. Yeah, they do have a voice and need to be heard. You know, and it was funny enough, you know, after I finished motivating her and talked to her, you know, she said to me, boy, at least you understand me that I'm a mother. You understand me. I said, no, you know, I don't really understand you, but if you say so. And she said, thank you for, oh, you know what me I got through. Thank you for encouraging me. Oh, you know what me I got through. You know what me I got through. So, oh, you know. I said, I don't know. But I just feel the need for just encourage you for some reason, you know. But she's bright and brilliant girl. Cause she have badge on her clothes and all that, you know. So she's in a good place and success and prosperity upon her life and blessings and favor, you know. But she was so happy that I spoke to her. She was so happy, and I even felt even more happier that I could speak to her and reach out to her, not knowing that she's going through something with her dad, because dad not being there for her, vice versa. If a mom don't be there for their children, you know, you don't have to be there financially, you know, but physically showing up to graduation, any little thing. Once you, it is in your control and possible. Something that you cannot control, you have no control over it. That's different. But when you have control over a situation and can go, you should go and contribute if you can. Take care of what you the product that you bring here. But when you can't, that's a different story. If there's any health issue or whatever it is, health issue, not whatever it is, sorry about that, but health issue, you know, we need to have compassion on our children. And that's why people say young people this and that, but in all fact and manner, when you look at things, they're a reflection of how they've been brought up in the home. So we do have to have a listen here to them. And to said, um, everything well said here. She said to me, thank you so much. Because we had a conversation about for 2, 3 hours. She said, thank you so much. I don't know how you know what I'm going through, but thank you. But I was just encouraging her, giving her a positive word and motivating her to stay strong in everything that she's doing and don't give up, you know. Yeah. So she do have both situation for mommy and daddy. Mommy one is just mommy not understanding her because she going through her teenager swing. You understand me? Not every parent understand a teenager go to swing and then her dad not doing what he's supposed to do. It's very hard when you as a child ambitious and have your whole life ahead of you and you mean something for yourself and your parents are not behind you. It's not good. It's not good. I'm telling you, it's not good. We have to be there for our children. And that's why some of us grow up doing all different type of manner of things, because we're not led. We were not led properly. We're not brought up properly. Train a child in the way he should grow, that when he grow older, he will never depart from what he's been taught. And, while we're talking again, too, she said to me, procrastination. And say procrastination is the act or of delaying or postponing a task, often until the last possible moment. It's a common human experience that we all go through, and it can manifest in various ways, from putting off chores, delaying important projects, you know, because we do procrastinate a lot. Me too, you know. It's not a good thing though to procrastinate. And why do people procrastinate? The fear of failure and negative outcome. Procrastination might, however, fear that they won't be able to complete a task, none at all, to their satisfaction, leading to feeling of inadequacy or disappointment. You know, that is procrastination. So, a lot of us procrastinate. We put off important things. We should have said, all right, I'm going to start one channel. We say, no, sir. I can't bother. I'm too shy for the public eyes and people go see me and people go comment this and that and that. That's procrastination. You have to push yourself and give yourself that drive. Try not to procrastinate too much because you are going to delay things, delay important projects which should be done. But you just fear that maybe start my YouTube channel. Nobody now go this, nobody now go subscribe, nobody now go comment. No, you have to be determined within yourself and encourage and motivate yourself and push on and don't procrastinate too much. If you procrastinate too much, your important tasks and project that you have to succeed or to go to a different level in life, it's not gonna happen. So you have to be careful about procrastination. And a lot of us do it a lot. We have self-doubt within ourselves. Self-doubt. We doubt our own self. So we have to learn to embrace ourselves. I've come a far way. I learned a lot of things on my journey and to try to be confident, being confident in who I am. But you can't be afraid of failure because failure is not a bad thing, it is a good thing to fail. It is a good thing to fail because when you fail, it teaches you what not to do and you learn from your failure. Majority of us learn from our failure. You start this being say, oh, I used to do this. I'm not going to do it that way, yeah. I'm going to do it the other way around. Because I do it that way, I never work out. So I'm going to try a different way. And you come again. If you feel like you try again and try again. Nothing beat a trial but a failure. And failure is not bad. It is better to know how to fail so you can be successful. Because when you fail, it gives you that drive to want to push on to more and what not to do with yourself. So try to procrastinate less against yourself and try not beat up on yourself. Try not to procrastinate too much, try to beat up on yourself. We all go through life and we're human. Yeah, we are. Funny enough, we are human. you know But try not to beat up on yourself and procrastinate too much on yourself. Because you can do it. You can do it. No matter how much time you fail, just bust off and get up back. You know, failure. You know, sometimes, all right. Sometimes I think to myself, I say failure. I'm a fail. The only time you fail is when you not get up back and dust off yourself. Sometimes you come out and looking your best when you go through your worst. You go through your worst. You're going through your worst, but you look your best. You look your best, but you're going through your worst. How is that possible? How is it possible? You look your best, but you're going through your worst. God is keeping you. God is keeping you. You have to give him thanks for keeping you. All right, guys. So, I hope I'm not just end on a sad note, you know. But try not to beat up on yourself and procrastinate too much. You know, just be you, and you is good enough for you. Because you have to deal with your own self. You have to deal with people, you know, but in the entire being of life and in the long run, you have yourself to deal with. So try to procrastinate less or none at all. Don't be afraid of failure, task and project and say, boy, let me try this, I go fail. Let me try, I go fail. No. Because when you say to yourself, say, I go fail, you fail. Before you even start, you go fail. If you're thinking that you fail, you're going to fail. Because before you start, you think say you fail. So be your best motivator. Be your best motivator. And stop procrastinating, man. Yes. And thank you for tuning in to another video. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please, me I beg you, please help me to grow. If you want to see more of these topics and more of these talks, I thank you so much for all of you tuning in. Watch the video to the end. Thank you so much, and thank you for all my supporters, the ones them who subscribe it. Thank you so much as well too. And I see you in another video. And remember, stay blessed. And thank you so much. Blessing. Bye.